that redeemed. Glory be the Lord that redeemed. Glory be the Lord that redeemed. Teachers should not be treated as slaves. It's wrong. As a teacher, you are a leader. The classroom is your constituency. Lead well. Every child is an embodiment of raw materials waiting to be harnessed. Alright, my fellow teachers, you're welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, as the case may be. Able teachers, life molders, life transformers. In fact, we're supposed to be answering transformer. Yeah. we are more electrical than electrical transformer. We transform lives. So once again, you're welcome to this new episode. Yeah, it's a new episode. Yeah. We're talking about toxic behavior. How can we deal with it to start with? And then what are the root causes of toxic behavior? Number one, we said our parents. They are one of the major, they're not the only cause anyway, they are one of the major reasons why we have toxic behavior in our schools. And we try to measure one of them, which is stubbornness. Even if I say over stubbornness, excessive headiness of students and pupils. Sometimes they display this with the backup of their father and their mother. Alright, so our parents, we are saying that please, you have a lot to do. You have a lot to do. You have a lot to do if we must be able to cope this menace. And we said, as a father, be truthful to the school. When you bring your child for admission to any school at any level, please be truthful. You know, I keep saying this. When you see a parent begin to dodge the requirement of the school, dodge medical reports, you know, without any factual reason, please be suspicious. That child coming in, perhaps, is toxic. Where is your medical report of your child? Where is the vaccination record of this child when the child was small? They are telling stories. What is the result of the? You know, some of them will come and tell you, look, this child, you know, is super intelligent. I want this child to move from basic 1 to basic 4. Oh yeah. You don't know parents. Parents are more Indomic than Indomie. They can be faster than Indomie. So no, get us the best certificate because this child is already big. They have used the noodles to fortify the child. I've been thinking the child is 12. Actually, it's just 8. Where is the real code? They just tell, okay, what's the past result of the class? No, he has written common entrance. He will write common entrance. It's in basic 3. I want him to be J1 so that we want to be together with other children. You know, the members of the family are here. I don't want to put them in different schools. So I want to now, perhaps they will during the common entrance, will now go and register them for first school living outside the place. Stories. These are the signs. When we begin to hear such stories, please watch out. You're just close to admitting or to getting a toxic child from a toxic father or mother, parent. Yes. So they tell you, oh, you know, they keep dodging. Where you see that, please, my dear, watch out. We are telling you from experience. Very serious. And then our schools, please don't bend your rules. Stand tall. We're not saying there are some occasions where we understand issues could come up and then we decide to, well, because of X, Y, Z, you know, be able to allow this and allow that. Yes. But when it is done on the basis of sentiment, on the basis of Let's not miss the school fees. Collect the school fees first. And sometimes they tell us like that. Collect the school fees first, and then other things can toxic school. So we will talk about stubbornness or pampering per se. Pampering, yes, pampering is a precursor. It's what do they call it now? It's a factor that will metamorphose a child to become stubborn in the nearest future. Yeah. When a child is allowed to have his way, anything the child wants, there's no restriction. If he demands for chewing gum, he gets chewing gum. Demands for sweet, he gets sweet. Demands for ice cream. It doesn't matter any time of the day. The child is not regulated. Don't tell me, oh, it's a child. Who told you? He's a child and he's also a human being. Every human being is under regulation from creation. So then we can now say our first parents, Adam and Eve, they were new in the garden now, so God would have allowed them. Why not God allowed them, giving them that liberality? So, this guy God said, no, you can be new. You can be new, yeah, but for your own good. And for the good of your progeny, your unborn children. So for our own good, and for the good of the schools, and for the good of other children, we need to nip this from the bud. So schools, why not maintain your standard? Keep a standard, maintain it, no matter whose fault it's got. If school A is maintaining, school B is maintaining, parents will adjust. Automatically, the system will. There's this tendency of adjusting itself. It will align, to the current happenings. Parents are part of it. It begins from the home. A few weeks ago, a woman came and said, this is my child, I don't understand. Please do everything possible. One thing is not doing well in school. She just changed the boy from one school to her school recently. And then, in 2 weeks, do the magic now. We don't understand. This boy is not doing well. And the auntie came to me and said, auntie, please, came to report. I said, please, sorry, sit down. Where's the boy coming from? He said, I don't know. Go and find out. Which school is he coming from? I don't know. Go and find out. How is a past performer? They will keep these things from you. What's the result? The result, you see, they begin to tell long stories. Give us a formal result of your child. Let's see the performance before. The school, they were not happy that he was leaving, and then, I already know the proprietor of the school before. We have been friends, and it was like as if I had to. And they tell you cock and bull stories. This is where schools should stamp their feet and say no. Some schools are like that too. They will tell you no. No with a smile. Says, please, so we are sorry. We can't admit your child. Look for somewhere else. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye. That is how it should be. And then I said, excuse me, ask the woman, please. Sometimes the parents will not give us the route. They will just be giving us an uppercut. Tell us the real issue with your child so that the school can help. Why hiding? Do you keep hiding these things? What's the problem? Does he have a mental problem? He's not having a problem when the child is growing up. There could be some issues with the brain. Yeah, tell us. You won't tell us. And you want us to perform one kind of magic overnight. Teachers are busy struggling. Let's make this child learn. Let's begin to change the cells in the brain. Let's take the tissues. Let's begin to rewire this. And they keep, my God. You keep punishing teachers for nothing, Mr. Parent, Mrs. Parent. Very bad. And I said, the mother should tell us the truth. I'm sorry, I don't respond to such plea. I don't. Except I have the truth, the whole truth. but nothing but the truth. And the mother said, well, what happened is, you see, actually it's like we pampered the child. It's like that we're just discovering that it's like we were pampered. It's like you what? It's like, what is like? Tell us you pampered your child. You are the cause, not the school. Until you admit you are the cause. You know, sometimes even when the school will do their own parts, after we have tried, and then the child will go home, the same microenvironment, the same parents will do what now? We format everything that the teachers have done within the week or even within a day. They format it. The child comes back the next day. We are still battling with the same story. There is no synergy between what the parents are doing and what the teachers are doing. There's no relationship. Everybody's on his own. I've paid school fees, I've paid this one, so the child is supposed to become a genius overnight. It doesn't work that way. Tell us the truth. Some will tell you, this child, you know, they keep going from one school to another, from one school to another, from one school. They never say the truth. We had one woman that came to our school with a child. I said, madam, this is your child, the way the body look like, I don't know, is this it's like he has a skin. She said, no, it's not a skin, it's, you know. I said, madam, this your child is having a skin. From my, I don't know whether I have an eye problem. From my 2 binoculars, from what I can see with my 2 eyes, madam, this your child is having skin infection. He said, no, actually, you know, this child has been in boarding school, and we just had it because of the distance and sometime going to be look at for this and that we, you know, we just felt we should bring him closer to us. And what all this? No, the thing that has gone, you know, we went to doctor and the doctor said this one went and brought a fake medical certificate signed by a doctor. I don't even, God, from a prominent hospital, and the child was admitted, yet with an infection disease. These are when parents there, like the boy was sitting there, the mother was there, hearing all the gibberish that the mother was vomiting. The child was there. Listen, look. Tomorrow you say this child doesn't want to obey me. This child, I don't know. I've been doing all I can do. I can do everything. I've been investing what? What I say? You think to train the child to invest to throw money into a school or throw money into the child's well-being and give him food, buy clothes and whatever? No. Your personality is the first teacher that will influence the behavior of your child. When I discovered later, you know, very funny thing. I discovered that the woman told us lies, and you know, from the child, after much interrogation, the thing was still there. Very infectious. Are you wicked? You're willing to use such infection, you know, to a kind of spread it around the school. Talk about toxic behavior. This child, I'm telling you, became very stubborn. In fact, we were looking for a way to expel him. It was difficult. He became very stubborn. We tried everything we could to say, let's now, you see, this is a school system. Let's be diplomatic about it. Let's, you know, take it easy so that it won't look as if. Which easy? You are seeing deaths. You are seeing trouble. We are saying easy. Easy where? So the parents are number one. They are number one cause of toxic behavior among our children. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to paint our parents bad. We have good parents. We're talking about when we see a child, the first thing we need to address, where is he coming from? Where is she coming from? That's the first question. Anybody, who is your father, who is your mother? That's the kind of question we ask in an African setting. That would. So they are the first cause of this issue. And so, if we don't have them change, or we even have one, let me tell you about this story. This is a particular man that came with the child around 9. You always come late. After 9 in the morning, you are coming with your child, the girl child. Okay, sir, why are you coming to that? We are sorry. He said, hey, the child is just when she woke up now. What would I force her to wake up? A father talking. I mean, he is the biological father of that child. Well, you can imagine what happens at home. What will I do? We are paying school, so we are paying school to come to school anytime we like. and this man was saying this thing before the girl. That's even the one that pays me. So that will be wondering. I say, we should be. Sometimes we will call the parents. We want to corner them and ask these questions, and then go back and spank the child. When you go and talk to the child go back and report. The parents come. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You see, I don't like the way people talk to my child. She has been moody since today, and it doesn't go down well with me. Please. It's my child. It's my only child. So please, I want you to take caution, or throw caution to the wind. Parents, a parent is talking. Too bad. So the number one cause. How can your child wake up by 9? And you're so bold enough and saying, and that was when the child woke up. So parents will come to you and tell you, please, this is my child, discipline the child for me. Do anything you can for this child to become something in life. This is how it should be. That's real. Some will come and tell us, excuse me, sorry, please, I'm the one that will discipline my child. Any issue with the child, let me know. I'm the one that will handle everything. This is my only daughter, this is my only son. I spent 12 years after marriage before I got this one. Don't use kid. Some people are, yes, we have people who, we're coming to discipline later. We're going to talk about discipline in our school system. There are some we know they are very wide in carrying cane to flog these children. No, we know those ones. We'll look at the issue. But when you begin to make an order like that, you still say these things. You go home and ask the child, did anybody touch you? Did auntie speak anyhow? The child will begin to vomit whatever. Auntie looked at me this way. And you come and be writing in school. It's because you have not married. Do you have a husband? Do you have a child? You are insulting. You begin to insult teachers. And you want your child to do well. Never. It will not work. You have not gotten married. Do you know what it means to be pregnant? You don't want to be. You see, some parents are so saucy. So saucy. If you are such, please change. We are beginning to change. It will not help us. It's not helping us. It's not helping the school. It's not helping the children. It's deforming them. A work that will just take us maybe a month to do is taking us 3 years. And yet we are finding it difficult to infuse just a character in a child. So it's harming the school. How can you tell the school I don't want anybody to. Yes, if a child has a peculiar case, a child could be sick, let the school know. There could be a problem, you said, no, this child is having a skin problem. If actually, he can't kneel down, he can't do this, please try to, you can come quietly. Sometimes in the form that we fill, admission form, there's a column to indicate if your child is having any problem, any disease. Parents will dodge, they won't say those things. Liars. They won't say those things, they will hide them. And then tomorrow they rising up to say, it is good that since my child came to. No, since the child was born, that problem has been there. You're looking for where to blame. At the end of it, the thing keep lingering. Even if you change 10 schools, nothing will happen. Say the truth, and the truth will set you free. So our parents, number one, they're the number one root cause of toxic behavior. We will still come and look at the school aspect. Yes, they're one of the number one cause of toxic behavior that we see among our students and pupils. Thank you very much for today. We're going to stop it here. By the next episode, we'll continue from this point, and then we'll begin to look at it from a broader perspective. How the society has affected it, the environment of the child, including the school. How has the school contributed to this toxicness we find among our children? So let's treat number one. Let's solve this. Parents, with all due respect, please do us a favor. Try as much as possible to look into your personal lifestyle. It matters a lot. Thank you very much. I remain your teacher, Mr. Genesis. See you in the next episode.
Oh, glory be the Lord, our Redeemer. Oh yeah, glory be the Lord, our Redeemer. Every day, hey, glory be the Lord, our Redeemer.